This King Kong core duffel review is gonna show you everything that you need to know to decide whether or not this is the gym duffel for you. You're gonna wanna watch the whole video because I'm gonna show you exactly what it packs out so you can see if it fits your lifestyle. And also at the end of the review, I'll make some alternative recommendations for duffels that I think might better suit your needs in case this is not the one for you. Stick around. First, let's talk about the gist of the King Kong core duffel. You wanna talk about staying in your lane? That's what King Kong does best. They make carry gear for gym enthusiasts, and they do it really well. Whether it's a more affordable duffel like this, or their $500 US all leather heritage backpack. They do a wide spectrum, but they're really true to their people as to where it's like, yo, we make gear, awesome gear for people who just love to work out. Like me, obviously. It's a very manly, gymmy looking bag with lots of pockets, organization, and ways that it can be carried. It comes in two different sizes, a 35 liter and a 51 liter. This one is the 35. For the materials, I think they're okay for the price point. We've got a polyester on the exterior. Currently it comes in 3 different color options, black, tan, and green. The 35 liter weighs 0.8 kg and the 51 liter weighs 1 kg. This is the duffel when it's empty, and this is the duffel when it's packed out. And I'll be packing it out throughout this entire review so you can see exactly what it fits. It's covered by King Kong's warranty, which covers any manufacturing defects in its practical lifetime, whatever that means. And for all this, the 35 liter runs around 140 USD, and the 51 liter runs around 160 USD. And if at any point you were like, I love that duffel, it's so cool, I want one, I'm gonna buy it right now. And you're gonna make a purchase, we do ask that you do so using the first link in the description. Reason being, that link makes sure that you get the best price. And it also helps to support the Nomads Nation YouTube channel, which we greatly appreciate. All right, let's start by talking about the outside of the King Kong core duffel. First up, I always start with branding. King Kong's branding, I love it. They've done kind of a rebrand over the years. This is a lot smarter and less loud than it used to be. And they allow you to go incognito mode because in case you don't want to be a walking billboard for King Kong, you can buy your own patch, pop it over top, and then it becomes the whatever bag you want it to be. Next up is materials. Now this exterior material is polyester. Now polyester, real fast, let's talk about it. A lot of newer bags are using nylon, and nylon is great because it's more durable and weather resistant. That's a good thing. But on the bad side, it's a lot heavier. Polyester, in contrast, not quite as water resistant and not quite as durable, but significantly lighter. That's why this thing comes in at a really impressive 0.8 kg, which is 1.7 pounds, which is a really nice weight for a duffel. A lot of duffels in this price range, they deck it out with materials, and then it's gonna come in at 3-4 pounds. So 1.7 pounds, 0.8 kg, your back is gonna thank you. But in a rainstorm, you might get a little screwed. So sort of a balance. On the bottom, pretty flat surface enables the duffel to stand upright. Let's just sort of work around the circumference, starting with the front, with the branding. And we got 2 water bottle pockets, and in the middle, a zipper pocket. The zipper pocket is good for anything that you want to put there that you want quick access to. For me, I think it's a good spot for my phone, especially while I'm working out, right? Let's talk water bottle pockets. Now, if you're a hardcore gymmer, one who goes to the gym frequently, then you're probably bringing maybe 1 to 2 to possibly even 3 water bottles with you. Some for hydration, some for protein shakes, some for creatine, whatever your ratio is, right? So you can see right here, I've got 2 water bottles from Columbia. These are both 22 ounce. And as you can see, they fit perfectly, plenty of room to spare. But this is not gonna fit like the super big ones, right? So it's got a little bit extra room, but if you're looking to bring like those big ass 1 liter water bottles, they'll fit in the interior of the bag, but not on the exterior. Let's talk about the 2 ends here. On one side, you've got another compartment with a pocket, no additional organization in here, just a big old pocket that, you had to get on the outside, so I'd put things that I want quicker access to. For me, I'll just toss my keys in there, maybe a battery and some charging wires, right? Also remember, these zippers are YKK, which is great, but they're not PU coated, which is nice because it helps to reduce the weight, but it's not gonna give you that weather protection in case you do get caught in that rainstorm. Flip it over to the other side, and one note too, I do like these zipper pulls. You see these a lot in the backpack world. They're pretty basic, but they have this extra grip on there, which just makes it easier to open and to close the bag. In this compartment, we have some mesh pockets for additional organization. It's just like kind of a big pocket with this mesh divider in there, basically. For me, I might toss a couple protein bars in there. And maybe I'm going old school and logging my my gains in a journal, right? So that should fit in there quite nicely as well. Oh yeah. And then on the back end, nothing. Now there's a lot of parts of this bag that are sort of like on the inside and the outside. So let's transition to the inside of the King Kong core duffel and we can address all those parts. Now let's talk about the ways that this duffel could be carried, because like any duffel, you can go into shoulder mode or into handheld mode. Let's talk handheld first. I like that King Kong offered this little hand pad, right? The hand pad itself has some decent padding with some Velcro for some ventilation. And that's just gonna allow you to take these two hand straps, piece them together, Velcro them together, and now you got a much more padded carrying experience. I'd say it's really well padded, it feels great, and the Velcro helps keep everything together. And also you got a decent amount of like space there. So if you do wanna just carry this like in shoulder mode sometimes, you can do that as well. But let's say you wanna go into hardcore shoulder mode, right? That's what this guy here is for, included with the bag, but also completely detachable and retachable. This plastic hardware, it says it's heavy duty on the website. I don't know the brand, so it doesn't mean that it's a bad thing. It's not a great thing necessarily. Hopefully it lasts the test of time. Decent nylon, and similar to the hand padding, we have some shoulder padding right here. Obviously with duffels, this is gonna be very important, especially when this thing's packed out. You got a bunch of gym in there. So this helps to sort of like, you know, brace yourself a little bit. It makes it a little less painful. And it is removable, right? So you can sort of slide this to fit the position of your body. But I will say, I wish that it was a little bit longer. This is not a lot of shoulder space, especially if you got those big old gym cannonball shoulders. Am I right? It's not really gonna cover that whole thing. So sometimes I like to see these to be a little bit longer, so therefore it can cover a larger, longer, wider part of your body. So let's talk about this compartment right here, which is in fact the shoe compartment. Now, interesting, this shoe compartment's on the inside. Unlike the King Kong Plus 26 backpack where the shoes are on the outside, this is on the inside, which means more aesthetically pleasing, but it will take up more space in the actual main compartment. Now, on the King Kong website, it doesn't specify what size shoes can fit in this shoe compartment, but I got size 9.5 Nikes right here. Wait, did I get that wrong? Is that a shoe compartment? And holy moly, that is the smallest shoe compartment I've ever seen in my life. Now, normally with these bags, the shoe compartment digs a lot deeper. This one though, King Kong said, you got limited space to work with, bro, make it work. So these 9.5s though, you can see, oh, okay, it actually fits all right. Okay, actually that kind of works. And I'm reading on the King Kong website right here, we got a lot of reviews, people saying they got 12.5 shoes, they fit into the pocket with no issue, so it seems to be a decent fit all around. But I like that because by sort of constricting that space, it makes the main compartment have a lot more space, right? So normally the shoe compartment would like be all in here and like effing up the whole interior, but now it's really nice and tidy on the side. I like that, good call. Unless you got like a size 15 shoes, this shouldn't be a problem for you. Going into the actual main compartment itself, we got this flap right here. This flap is nice because it gives you sort of like a clamshell style look into the interior of the bag. On the back side of this, we got some mesh pockets. It's not gonna elasticy mesh, but mesh is great because you can actually see what you pack there in case you're like me and you forget what you pack where. It's actually just one mesh panel. They just stitched it down the middle to separate it into two different sides. I'm just gonna throw some random tidbits of gear in there. I got my sunglasses in one of those pockets. In the other pocket, tissues, sandy wipes, headband. It's like a microphone because I'm a creator, so I never need to know. Maybe you're at the gym and you're making videos, right? If so, your lav mic can fit right there, no problemo. And interesting, this section sort of stands up by itself as well, which is greater just for access and visibility. Now, getting in the actual inside, one thing I don't love about this bag is how dark it is. Look at it, like I'm trying, like I got this big old light right here. I'm trying to turn the bag into it so you can actually see what's inside. I would have much preferred a lighter colored material to create a highlight effect that makes it easier to find your gear. I do understand though that the gym can get dirty and lighter colored materials get dirty easier, but just a little gray, like even just like a not super light gray, but a medium, I don't know, just a little bit of lightness would have been appreciated from my perspective. And then in this main compartment, we have a laptop sleeve and 1, 2, 3 other pockets. Let's talk about them. The 3 other pockets, they're just sort of on the this side right here. You got 2 mid-sized ones and a bigger one. I'm not gonna lie, they're okay pockets. They're a little flimsy and the water bottles on the outside interfere with them a bit. This could be a good spot for other water bottles. Let's see if you fit. Yeah, so if you just wanna carry your water bottles on the inside as opposed to the outside, the middle one works well for that, the other 2 will not. So for me, I'm gonna keep my water bottles, 1 protein shake, 1 H2O on the outside, and I'll throw an umbrella in one of those. Yes, big gym man carries little cute umbrella all day, dude. Laptop sleeve. We've got decent padding. I'm a little bit weary, whatever the wordy is, about putting laptops in duffels. I got a 13-inch MacBook Pro. This says it can fit up to a 13 or 15-inch laptop. But you can see like duffels and laptops, they work. This is not the best duffel laptop that I've seen. I would have preferred maybe a bit more padding on the back in case it gets hit from the side. This padding right here though is helpful. It could have been a bit more, but we do have a little bit of a false bottom. That just means that the laptop is not completely against the ground, but it kind of is as well. So because of that, I recommend if you're gonna put a laptop in here to carry it in another laptop protector before you do that, you know, it's a good old double wrap. They say it doesn't work for certain things, but for other things, I highly recommend it. Let me know in the comments below though, like, would you carry your laptop in here? Is laptop security of importance to you with a duffel, or are you just looking for a gym duffel? Let me know in the comments below. And now we're sort of packed out with everything. We just got this big old main compartment. One thing I like about this duffel though is it's kind of like keeping its shape, which is surprising given the materials. There's not a lot of extra padding in here, but we got a duffel that you can just throw in and just grab it out. So let's load it up. Got some gym stuff, towel, backup shirt, big old headphones to go into beast mode, tripod so I can film all the magic happening. We'll start with a towel. I'll throw that on the side, headphones on the side, couple resistance bands, right? Get my exercise, my stretches in. Got into Muay Thai recently. I got my hand wraps, put those in there. Backup shirts. You can see like this thing really packs a punch. I don't know if you ever need these. I'll be honest, I don't even know what they are. These are my wife's. I think they're for stretching as well. But you can throw a couple of those in there on top of it. And boom, I mean like that's a lot of stuff, right? Will it close? Oh, abso-freaking-lutely. And one nice little touch that I like that King Kong noticed is like with the main compartment opening, it might be a little bit tight sometimes. So they give you these extra durable zipper pulls where you can literally lock your finger around it, making it easier to open. And when the bag is packed out really tight, therefore easier to close. Oh, and one thing I forgot on the outside of the bag, we'll just do it on the inside because why not, are these daisy chains right here, right? So you have external lash points, which means you can clip things onto these guys, right? And then King Kong does this really interesting thing. They Velcro them, and you're like, that's weird. And you're like, yeah, it is, until you realize why they've done this. And they do this for your weight belt, right? So, you know, when you weight lift, you put the belt around you to help, like, you know, make sure your back doesn't, like, explode when you're squatting 50 million pounds. And then what you do is you take your belt, and you go ahead and slide it into those spots, and you go ahead and slide it into each of these parts on either side. There's very certain specific specifications for what weight belt will actually fit with this bag, so check out the specifications on the King Kong website. But I could imagine if you are somebody who has a weight belt, instead of throwing it in there, kind of having it on the outside, showing the world, yo, I got a weight belt. I don't even know if they're called weight belts, but I think it's a pretty cool and innovative feature from King Kong. Let's talk overall pros and cons of the King Kong Core Duffel bag. Pro number 1, impressive capacity. Pro number 2, super lightweight. And pro number 3 is a decent amount of organization. I got a few cons as well, here they are. Con number 1, the durability of the polyester materials is gonna be okay. Con number 2 is the durability of the laptop compartment is like, okay. And con number 3 is that we are seeing a little bit of fraying with the stitching. This is a problem that I've noticed on some other King Kong bags. I think it's okay at the price point of 150 bucks. Actually, this one's 140, so it's okay. It's something to keep in mind. But if you're still watching this review, there's probably a really good chance that you're like, Aaron, this review is cut to the core of me. I want the King Kong Core Duffel in my life. I'm getting one. Just a reminder that we do ask that you do make your purchase or just to check out more information on the King Kong website using the first link in the description. The reason being that link makes sure that you get the best price. I don't want you getting ripped off buying some fake King Kong bag. But on top of that, it also helps to support the Nomads Nation YouTube channel, which we greatly appreciate. Thank you. But in case you ain't quite sold, you're sticking around for some of those alternative recommendations, here they are. Alt rec number 1 is going to be kind of anything else by King Kong. They have a whole range of backpacks and gym bags. We've done reviews on a lot of them. Just take a look at the description below and you'll find a link to our other King Kong bag reviews. Alternative recommendation number 2 is going to be the Monarc Settra duffel. This is for you if you're looking for a big ass duffel with a little bit of a different style that can also double as a backpack. This guy can, the Monarc Settra can. It's a cool bag, it's super eco-friendly while being badass. And to learn more about it, just go ahead and navigate down to the description below and you'll find a link to our full review. And finally, alternative recommendation number 3 is going to be the Air Duffel Pack 3. This will be for you if you're looking for sort of a backpack duffel pack fusion. You want something with a bit higher quality materials that are gonna be a bit more durable. That's what Air's bringing to the table. It's heavier, but it's a really cool take on our gym bag. It's one of my favorite packs that I've ever reviewed, and you can learn more about it by watching this video right here. Be sure to let me know if you have any questions in the comments below. My name is Aaron, this is Nomads Nation, and we'll catch you next time.